So you want to go to the movies and you're thinking about seeing Predator Badlands, but you don't know if it's worth seeing or if you should pass. Let's talk about it. The original Predator movie, aka Predator 1, came out in 1987. That's right, 1987. And Predator Badlands? This ain't your grandpa's Predator movie, bro.
You're looking good, Dutch.
It's been a long time, General. So why don't you use the regular army? What do you need us for?
Because some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Dylan! You son of a bitch!
Who do you think did it better, me or Arnold? What's the matter? CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Huh?
Okay. The original Predator movie is about as good as it gets. It really doesn't get better than Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting the Predator. And I think we can all agree on that Predator, the original, it's the best. But Predator 2 with Danny Glover, okay, that one's hard to beat too.
Too old for this shit.
Here's a fun fact. Do you know the original actor that they cast to play the Predator in the original film was none other than Jean-Claude Van Damme? Yes, they cast him, and he actually played originally in the film before they recast him. Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm not lying about that. Look it up. But this is Predator Badlands, aka Predator 9. Don't believe me that we're already in the 9th installment of the series? Here's proof. Okay, finally, we can talk about the actual film. But before we do that, let me just give you one more fun fact. When I went to go see this film, I got my ticket, and the attendant clearly said theater number 11. And I heard him, and I went ahead and went into theater number 10. And I was watching the film, and I thought it was a preview, but it was some crazy anime flick, some Japanese anime thing. I don't even know what was going on. Called Chainsaw Man Res Arc. Kicked off with this super dope, sing-along song. And I was thinking, like, is this a preview? It was like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and at some point I was just like too embarrassed to get up, thinking like, did I really go into the wrong movie? Yeah, I did go into the wrong movie. I think I'm gonna have to go back and see that film now. So I completely missed the entire beginning of Predator Badlands. I had to actually go look it up to see what happened. Oh, you think you have a tough father? Well, the Predator in this film, his name is Dek, and his father murders his brother and then banishes him from the planet. That's right. That's the premise of this film. He murders his brother and kicks him off the entire planet. And then Dek, the main character, goes on a mission to hunt the ultimate trophy so that his father will love him. Well, it's something like that. But here's where it gets interesting. In March of 2019, Disney bought 20th Century Fox, who owned the Predator franchise. They also owned the Aliens franchise. And they wanted to do something similar to what they did with Marvel and Star Wars. They wanted to create a giant sci-fi universe combining both of these super awesome franchises. But if you remember in the original Aliens film, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation created an evil robot played by Ash or Ian Holmes. And later, this evil robot completely revived the franchise when they brought in Michael Fassbender. And this evil robot has a debut in the Predator Badlands film. Except this time, it's a girl. Now, we all fell in love with Dakota Fanning in Man on Fire with Denzel Washington, and War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. But this is her younger sister, Ella Fanning, and she plays the evil robot. Hang on a second. You may be thinking, why do we need an evil robot created by the evil empire known as Weyland-Yutani? Because we already have the Predator, which is like the ultimate bad guy. Well, director of this film, Dan Trachtenberg, hope I said that right, he went completely off script in this film. And he actually humanized the Predator, known as Deck. Okay? So we're seeing through the eyes and the view of the Predator. Instead of him being a bad guy that pops out and, murders everyone, we're seeing it from the point of view of the Predator, known as Deck. So he humanizes Predator and makes him talk, and we see through his point of view. And so he's the good guy. He's the underdog. He is the good guy. So if Predator's the good guy, then we need a bad guy. We need an evil robot, an evil double-crossing robot that's just tricking you at every turn of the film, okay? That's where we have Ella Fanning.
Eva? Must be Eva is good.
But it does not stop there. You thought we were done? No, we're not done. We're not done. In this film, we have a whole bunch of cute little jokes. This film is actually kind of funny, okay? We also have a lovable animal sidekick known as Bud, which he's essentially a monkey-like critter dubbed the Baby Yoda by some fans. And now that I think about it, seeing him in the film, that's perfect. He is definitely very like Baby Yoda. Not Big Yoda, not old Yoda, Baby Yoda. And that's where the film just completely goes off the rails. It's just completely unique and is different from all the other films. And that's why I think that you should probably go see this film. You need to see this film. You have to go see it. Because critics are arguing about whether they love it or hate it. Some people love it, some people hate it. And personally, when I left the theater, I left thinking, I kind of love this film because it's so different. So unlike all the other films, it's actually funny. And how are you going to know what the evil empire, known as Weyland-Yutani, is up to if you don't go see this film? Predator as the underdog? I mean, come on. The lovable Ella Fanning playing a double-crossing evil robot? The haters are going to say that this film lost its menacing mojo, but that's where it's kind of brilliant because it just veers way into left field and just does something completely different. And I think what Disney is trying to do is to make this film, more widespread so more people can see it and enjoy it because it's a little more kid-friendly kind of, I guess, with the jokes. And that's one thing that I really like about the Aliens and Predator franchise is these movies a lot of them are standalone films. So they can test and do something completely different, way off into right or left field, use a completely different director, just test something completely different. And if it works, great. Maybe they do a follow-up with that, or maybe they, go in that direction. If it doesn't work, they can double back and do something else. And the fans, it's great for the fans. Talk about the evil empire Disney. This ain't the woke Disney anymore. I mean, I sure hope they're not going in the woke direction with the beloved Aliens and Predator franchise, because those are two of my favorite, most loved franchises of all time. But if you think about it, there's no one better to take on these franchises than Disney. Because look what they did with Star Wars and Marvel. They expanded those films and made follow-up after follow-up after follow-up. And sure, some of them are kind of like not as good as the original, and you can pick them apart. But if you're a fan, then the thing that you want the most is more films in the franchise. You want to see them do different stuff, test different directions, right? Now, no one's going to beat the original Aliens movies, and no one's going to beat the original Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator and the follow-up with Danny Glover. Those are hard to beat, but what better than to have Disney take on and just pump out endless supply of Predator movies, right? That is the evil empire known as Disney, aka Weyland Yutani. So Disney kind of is the best company for the job if you think about it. Weyland Yutani, evil empire. Disney, evil empire. Come on. So you need to get off your butt and go see this film. Predator Badlands. I give it a 7.6.